Russian President Vladimir Putin is facing an unexpected crisis.
Secretive Russian mercenary group,
a shadowy private security company that has ties to the Kremlin.
Wagner Group has a gruesome reputation.
The Wagner Group has been around for about 10 years.
the man behind Russia's Wagner rebellion, is offering his own reason for backing down.
There was a challenge to Russia's leadership by a private army who has played a key role in Russia's invasion of Ukraine.
The Wagner Group, the Wagner private military company, has become a subject of interest and speculation due to its alleged involvement in various global conflicts. Russian paramilitary organizations offer military services on contractual basis, operating independently from national governments while filling the various roles ranging from combat operation to securities and trainings. Unveiling the true nature of this paramilitary entity requires a journey into the history, operations and controversy surrounding it. So let's jumpstart why Wagner Group has formed. It is believed that the group was established to provide military support and advance the interest of Russia, particularly in conflict zones where Russian strategic goals are at stake. The group operates as a private military, allowing for a degree of deniability and flexibility in conducting operations aligned with Russian objectives. What is the motive of Wagner Group? The Wagner Group are believed to include furthering the geopolitical interest of Russia, resources acquisition, conducting deniable operation on behalf of Russian government. However, due to the secretive nature of the group, their true motive remains speculative and not publicly disclosed yet. So let's dig further in history of the group. The Wagner Group, named after its founder Dmitry Utkin, whose codename is Wagner. The Wagner was established in 2014 as a paramilitary organization composed mostly of former Russian military personnel. In 2015, during expansion of Syria, the Wagner Group activity pitched to Syria, where they participated in Syrian civil war. The group deployed mercenaries and military assistance to fight alongside the government forces led by the President Bashar al-Assad. The Wagner Group also extended its operation to Africa. It became involved in conflicts in countries such as Sudan, Libya and Central African Republic. In Sudan, the group helped the Sudan government in suppressing the protest. In Libya, they supported the General Khalifa Haftar forces against the UN-backed government in Tripoli. In Central African Republic, they were engaged in providing the security and training for the local forces. And in recent times, the Wagner Group gained the prominency in conflicts with Ukraine. The group's fighters were involved in several battles and received a significant media attention. So the Wagner Group's activities gathered the significant international attention, and its presence in various conflicts raised the concern among the governments and human rights organizations. It has been accused of human rights abuses, involved in war crimes and violating the international law. The group's fighters have faced the casualties in different engagements, with some incident leading to media exposure and investigation. As a secretive organization, the exact nature of its operation and its relationship with Russia has covered with secrecy. Who is the leader of these paramilitary forces? Prigozhin, 62-year-old, was convicted of robbery and assault and sentenced to 12 years in prison. Following his release, he opened a restaurant business in St. Petersburg in 1990s. It was in this capacity he got to know the Putin, then the city's deputy mayor. He used that connection to develop a catering business and won a lucrative Russian government contracts that earned him a nickname called Putin's chef. Lately, Prigozhin acknowledged founding and leading the Wagner's company. So here we know the leader of the group, but who are the members of military forces? Many of these individuals may have served in the Russian armed forces, special forces or other military branches. Their military experience and skill make them a valuable asset to the group. Existing member of the Wagner Group may refer the individual they know or trust, thereby expanding the group's network. Individuals with the military background who are willing to work as a soldiers for various reasons, including the financial incentive or adventure or ideological motivation. Some reports suggest that members receive higher salary than regular Russian military personnel, making it an attractive option for individuals to join the Wagner Group. Let's check further on military equipments Wagner has. Starting from military training, military forces, Wagner has small weapons including assault rifles and sniper rifles, and heavy weapons like RPG launchers, machine guns, and possibly even aircraft weaponry, and has armed vehicles such as IFV, APC, and tanks. Further, Wagner has drones, encrypted communication devices, jamming system, tools to maintain the secure communication and disrupt the enemy electronic system, and also including the body armor, helmets, ballistic IVR, and other gears designed to enhance their survivability on the battlefield. Let's hold for a moment and raise ourselves a question. How do private military forces manage funds for this? Who funds Wagner Group? As the group operates as a private military contractor, and while it is believed to have a ties to Russian businessman and leader Prigozhin may fund the Wagner Group, but the exact funding resources of a Wagner Group remains a subject of speculation and not disclosed. It is possible that the combination of private investment, contracts with clients seeking their services, and potentially even support from elements within the Russian government contribute to their finance. However, being a secret organization, concrete and verified information regarding its funding remains limited. It wraps up the history of Wagner Group, and let us try to understand what happened in Russia. Prigozhin, leader of Wagner Group, has openly criticized the officials in Moscow, whom he deems corrupt or lazy. His accuses, particularly towards the Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu, for starving his troops and leaving them to die, and trying to steal the credit for Wagner's victory, and blamed them for a failure in the military campaign. Prigozhin has said that his private army is in control of Russian military headquarters, including the airfield in Rostov-on-Don and city of Voronezh. Prigozhin also said he would destroy everyone who comes in his way, and he would even march on Russian capital Moscow if needed. The seriousness of the situation could be understood by the fact that the security in Moscow has tightened around. Putin termed it as stab in a back and vowed to punish those who on path of treason.
Защитим и наш народ, и нашу государственность от любых угроз, в том числе от внутреннего предательства. А то, с чем мы столкнулись, это именно предательство.
Later, Prigozhin stated the goal of the march was to not allow the destruction of the Wagner private military company, and asked to hold accountability for the act of their unprofessional action have committed a massive number of errors in Russian army. Prigozhin has withdrawn the march. Now situation back to normal, and Prigozhin and the Wagner back in the field against the Ukraine. In conclusion, after Wagner's recent action, Russia was under pressure for some time. Even it questioned the stability of Russia among other countries. Later, USA stated previously they were aware of revelation act of Wagner in Russia, but they remained quiet. However, Wagner-like force anytime a threat within a country or outside of a country. Here we are at the end of the video. That's it we have for today. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed our channel yet, please consider subscribing. We'll see you in another video.